Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. It's Ro, and today I am going to be sharing with you a tutorial of how I made that teacup ride tray that I already posted over on my Instagram. First off, you will be needing the 3D teacup die set from KSCRAFT. I made 2 here, but you will need 3 total. And then the next thing you will need is a plate, or it doesn't have to be a plate as long as it's a round piece that you can trace onto your paper. This one is a 10.5-inch plate from Walmart. You will be needing a total of 2 traced on cardstock, and then also you will need an extra one traced onto a chipboard or anything that's thicker than a regular cardstock. If you don't have a chipboard, what you can do is you could just trace it onto cardstock maybe a few more times, because we need the base to be very sturdy since it's going to be holding quite like heavy items later on. If you are going to do some sewing, do it right now. You will be sewing those cardstock separately, and that chipboard is going to be sandwiched in between the two. Next thing you will need will be a few pieces of strips of paper, and this is 1 by 12 inches. This is going to be for the side. I ended up using 3 but had to cut off a part of the third one because it was already overlapping. And then if you do sewing, you will only need to sew that upper part, and then the bottom part, the other half of that 1-inch strip, you will be doing some snips like what I'm doing here, and you will do the same thing for the other 2 strips. Once you're done with that, this is how it's gonna look. Now we're ready to put everything together. The first thing we need to glue down are the strips. Once the strips are overlapping, you can cut down and trim the excess, and this is what you will have. Next thing we're doing is we are going to glue down the printed circles that we did. So the plain I am going to glue on the inside, and the printed will be on the outside. Once you're done gluing down all your circle parts, the next thing we are going to be making would be the base or the stand of this tray. And to make that, I cut 4 pieces of paper. One would be 1.5 by 6, and then I meant 2 would be 1.5 by 6, and then the other 2 would be 1.5 by 5. And then as you can see, we are folding the longer strips. So that's 0.5, all 0.5 score marks. So the longer strips, we are going to score 0.5 on just 3 sides, leaving one of the longer sides. And then the other 2 strips, the shorter one, we are going to be scoring at 0.5 on the longer side. Next thing we do is we are going to put them together. So we make a square in the end. I already sewed all my pieces in here, and I already did my snips so we can put the box together. This is what we have for now. So that square is going to be glued down on the middle of the circle, the inside or under. And then we're doing that so we can insert our turntable and so that it doesn't move around when the turntable spins. Also, the size of this square, I measured it to be able to fit my turntable, which is a 4.25-inch turntable. I will be linking everything down below, including the paper collection that I used that I forgot to tell you first thing. It's the Practically Perfect from Carta. So I will link everything down below. Next thing we need to do is we just have to decorate it. I put that piece in the middle. It's just a guide for me to help me decorating. It's not needed, it's not necessary, but yeah. When decorating this, I just divided the circle into 3 pieces. I wanted to divide it equally, but ended up not doing that, but that's okay. As long as the 3 pieces would be enough to fit your 3 saucers. So to decorate this tray, I am going to be using different trims. I used 2 here. So there's that ribbon and then that kind of like string beads. And then we need like lots of foliage and lots of flowers. When we're done with that, we are going to be gluing together the teacups to each saucer, and then we are also going to need a Lazy Susan hardware that's on Amazon. I will show this to you right now. That's a 2-inch Lazy Susan hardware, and that will let us turn the teacups while it's also turning on a turntable. So this is how it looks up top. I will also be sharing with you a short clip of how it looks sideways. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.